Hello Andrew, hello Saxman, and hello Jouet. I think that's everyone who's here at the moment. I did just share a link to the Redeemer and a code which will enable you to get a Russian Navy Day patch, so if that interests you then you can crack on and go grab that. Now, I remember someone asking about the shores last stream, so I've kind of just got her in the background, hence the Soviet anthem when we came up. Code didn't work for me. You haven't already redeemed it on Discord, have you? If you want, I'll have a quick double check and just make sure that I haven't got it wrong. Just seeing if we can share a code for a Soviet patch. I'll just try and see if I can share it into the chat again. I've just popped it up in there again. It might depend if you've got a Wargaming account that you've logged into, and then also the code. I don't think it's national because they shared it on Discord, which is international. Shores is a beast. I'll be giving her a go soon. If I just show you what the patch is. The patch that the celebration of the Soviet Navy or Russian Navy is... Where is it? Have I gone past it? Sorry. There it is. So that's the patch. They've shared it on Discord, so hopefully that code and link does work. If not, if you got Discord, then it's worth going to check them out. And therefore, to start the stream, let's crack on with the shores. Yeah, stick a camera on it. Credit booster. And time to turn the Kronenberg's march off. There we go. Time to crack on. How's the audio, champ? Sophie, okay? Yeah, we'll just crack on with this. Oh yeah, Jouet, the Shores is a nice long-range cruiser, HE thrower, very good fire chance. If anyone else has been able to just double check Discord and see if the code works. Because it only got launched probably earlier today. Played Charlie then, let's see. Akatsuki, Benson, Dallas, York, Helena, New Orleans, Megami, Wichita, Richelieu. As you heard, shell trajectory and shells are excellent, but poor armor. Yes, yes. Big citadels, poor armor, but good range, but poor rudder as well. Reasonable speed. They're quite an interesting mix. Captain Saxon, I got it to work, thank you. Brilliant. Okay, so that code and the redeem link does work. So if you want a free patch, that's there. If anyone asks for it again later in the stream, or I might repost it later on, just to make sure. Explosive loaded. Wichita, Minsk, Maiku. Okay. Back these up because well, more likely I got back the Minsker because the Maiku and the Wichita are moving away. Saxman, how is everyone? How is everyone doing actually? I'm doing alright. Finally it's Friday, so no more work until Monday. Obviously the wife is out working and won't be back until 10 o'clock, hence the stream has to end at 9:30, just to make sure I can put some food on the table. So I'd like to say thank you and apologise at the same time. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who turned up to yesterday's stream in regards to the patch notes, and I'd also like to say I'm sorry about the audio quality at the start. It's a learning process. That's the second one I've ever done of those, so obviously there's going to be hiccups in the first few, so that's something to watch out for. But I now know how to work around it, so hopefully next time we won't be encountering the same kind of problems that we had. Obviously the quality of it was quite low, so that is something that I need to take into mind when it comes to when it comes to the new laptop. That's something that I'm going to have to work on, is obviously improving the general quality of them. Saxman, no need to apologise. I feel I have to. It wasn't 100%. I know it was only my second attempt, but it would be nice to have things work first time every time. I seem to be spotted, but no one seems to want to throw any shells at me, which is quite interesting. I believe Saxman did request the Gneisenhower after this. Seems to be the the running joke of these streams. Although due to I have actually been playing the Gneisenhower more recently, and due to actually playing her, I've been able to grind out to the first module now, so I've managed to get the hull upgrade, so fingers crossed it shouldn't be so bad this time. Trying to back this Minsker. Just gotta make sure I don't hit the torps. Oh, there's more torps. Ah, I got one. Hopefully that should help the Minsk. Trying to keep the Benson in range. Benson's got more torpedo now. Got him, nice. No, thank you, thank you. So, how is everyone doing actually? Everyone getting ready for the next patch? I know Joued, you've been looking forward to those French destroyers, so I'm sure that's something that you're a bit hyped up for. And if anyone's into their secondary German battleships, then the next campaign is going to be quite interesting. But it's also going to be a way for people who have missed certain containers and stuff since the game was released. It gives them the ability to obviously get those containers and such. Joued, fine, thank you. Try and not potato into the irons, but I think I've managed to get away with it. I would like to just finish that Dallas off. He might burn out. It is my fire actually, I think. Yeah, he burned out, nice. So, what are we up? We're up 2 ships against the enemy, so this is going to be quite interesting. You can see that the shores is very fragile if she does get caught out. However, she does have very long range guns, so sometimes using her range to her advantage is the best way to go for it. Next one, I'm hoping for good stuff in the new pack update. I'm trying to save everything just in case. You're thinking if the Azura Lane commanders and the Halloween commanders come as able to grind them out. That's a fair. It's worth a go, I guess. What have we got then? We got Tier 7 battleship, which I really don't want to be anywhere near. Might just have to try and stay behind the Iowa, maybe? Jouet, I'm afraid that the torps on the French DDs would be short range. They are short range, but they're not horrible. I'm too close to this Richard Luke, and he whiffed. And it's time to me to get the hell out of it. God, the rudder is so slow on the shores. Here comes the pain. Jouet, Russian short range. The Russian torpedoes are definitely short range, with only 4 kilometers range. Yeah, I guess you could say the French would be classified as short range because they're only 7 kilometer range, whereas most things you're looking at 8 kilometers plus. This is the end, chaps. Yeah, there we go. Got too close to that Richard Lou. Maybe I should have kicked it out a bit further and then made a move. Haven't played the shores since the patch. Well, since they got released, basically. No pain, no gain. I don't think I'm going to gain much with that. We'll take that as a warm-up game, getting into it. Saxman, I'm curious as to how manoeuvrable the French DDs are. I might have to play them as a mini Atlanta. Well, we could take the Agile out next after. Oh, wait. I apologise. The Agile. I've been pronouncing it wrong all this time thanks to my dyslexia. Which has been... I didn't realise until someone pointed out, like, it's not Agile, it's Agile. Like, oh god, I've been saying it wrong for months on end. It was only just when someone pointed out I did a click and think, oh, okay. Yeah, so let's take the Agile. Jouet, you appear to be our French expert. If you could confirm or otherwise. What I'll do, I'll just make sure I've got tier 6 and 5 Russian and French, and then I can grab the Agile. Yeah, one of those. Don't need one of those. Right, yeah. So, French destroyer. So this is the premium tier 5. So I suspect she's going to be exactly the same as the tech tree tier 5, except that obviously the Agile comes with smoke. What's the rudder shift? It's not great if I remember. Not him, sorry. If I do this. Maneuverability rudder shift is 3.3 seconds, so it's kind of reasonable, I guess you could say, but obviously that is including steering gears and yeah, just steering gears. So it's not slow, it's more the turning circle. If I say grab the German DDs, right, so we can do a comparison here. The Guidey is okay with my build. 3.1 seconds, 690 meter turn circle, 36.7 knots. Going on to the Genevi, 3.9 seconds, 610 meters, 38 knots. Going on to the Agile, which is going to be very similar to what we've been going to expect. 3.3, 680, 37.1. So you can see that all these, almost the bigger gunboat destroyers, are all very similar. So it's going to be, what do they bring? Well, they've all got big guns, they've all got slow turrets, they've all got comparable rudders, but they've all got large turning circles. The Germans come with German sonar. The Russians, I don't know what the Russians come with. Short torpedoes, like only 4 kilometer torpedoes. I mean, I don't know what's their fast, sure shot, short. Yeah, the Russians don't seem to be anything special, whereas the French, you're looking at yeah, hard hitting torpedoes and being tough. Whereas if we do the Guide just to compare, again she's tough but big guns, but then she's only got half an inch more. French DD are DD guys. I think it would be a mistake to play them as cruisers and not the same HP pool. That's fair enough, but you could kind of say, well, they don't have citadels, maybe. The Agile equals Eagle is an exception, but the Literabelle is more representative of the bunch, as she's a Le Fantastique DD. Saxman, I see your point, Joued, but with no smoke and short torps, and being apparently very fast and maneuverable, being out in the open starting fires might be the way. I'll leave you guys to discuss. What I might do, I might just see if that Shores game has finished off, because yeah, that Shores game's finished. Nice. I might just have a quick look at the table on that one just to see how badly I did, because I was warming up. Because I only got a capture and yeah, bad game. I was already quite paying attention on that one. Right, let's go for the Agile then. Where is she? There she is. So let's see how this goes. When I was recording the review for her, I was finding my games were really mixed. I mean, I do quite well in them, but it was just kind of like down to the team because of their big detectability, I guess you could say. It can hinder you when it comes to certain engagements. Thankfully, the Agile does come with smoke, but I know the rest of them aren't going to come with smoke. What I might do is I'll try and play it without using the smoke screen, so it should be very similar, but the only big difference would be that with the tier 5 French tech street destroyer, you will have the reload booster, so you will be able to chuck twice as much shells down range within that 15-second period to obviously is it 15 seconds or 30 seconds? I think it's 15 seconds. So I'm going to go hard left, get my turrets off to my right, and then quickly check. So we have a Guide, Icarus, Kirov, Emily Batan working together, Leander, Pensacola, Izamal, Warspite, New Mexico. So an interesting team. Things to note is that the Icarus and the Guide both come with sonar, even though they're destroyers, so that's going to be quite interesting engagements. All their cruisers obviously have sonar, but there's no radar there, thank God. Warspite, you could possibly be expecting a secondary build. Yes, it can be used this way with Violetti, Captain. 3 salvos and break the engagement. Once undetected, you can attack once more. Well, the thing is, try and imagine that with like the reload booster. It's like you could just pop open, chuck loads of shells down range, and then switch it out. As the Leander's doing a push, so you can see the detectability is quite large, but you can stealth torpedo, which is a nice. It's nice to be able to actually do that when you consider that the Russians only have a 4 kilometer torpedo range, but you can see that the difference between the the torpedo range and the detectability is very limited, and the Leander has gone back to the port. Unknown detected. It's an Icarus, so let's go for this. I'm just going to try and make sure that my turrets are switching round to my left side. I have relaunched it. I am right in the middle of the game. Close that. Hello Saxman, you've managed to jump over. I have no idea what happened. I just had an error occurred, and now I'm getting absolutely dunked on. Any way that I can quickly chuck in a link to the new stream and the old stream. This is... the internet didn't even die out that time. Right, I'm just going to have to pop a smoke screen and try and work this out. Right, okay, we can sort this out now. What the hell happened there? Bear with. So I got an error, and it basically just cut the stream. Looks like it... did it completely kill the last stream? Chuck that in there, can I? Okay, who's managed to make it over? We have Saxman, Andrew. Anyone else been able to make it? This is... wasn't even the internet died. Yeah, now I've got time. Now I'm syncing. You can all come see me sync and wonder what happened. 1 second you saw me with loads of health, next second I was dead. Oh, that was most irritating. Why the hell has it done that? I mean, I could understand if the internet cut out, but that just gave me a... just the stream crashed. That is nuts. No idea what happened there. Saxon with the smoke, it's like a closed casket funeral. Oh, I haven't a clue. Hello, Javed. Any ideas what happened there? I just had error, broadcast stopped, and then it just chucked me out the broadcast. That is nuts. Yeah. So, well, you won't know what happened now with the Agile. Oh. I am sorry, guys. I have no idea what happened. Now, what? Any requests for a ship, or shall I just take something else out? We'll try and do the Agile again. Maybe the French destroyers are cursed. I don't quite know. Oh, Jouet. Exeter. Okay. I'm going to keep the Agile selected because I do want to take her out again. Saxman, what's the Monarch? Where's Pilot Guy? He's usually the one recommended in the Eisenhower. Yeah, let's take the Exeter out then. To prepare for ranked tier 5. Ooh! Shit. Hopefully I think that must have been an error with the PlayStation Network or something, because it wasn't the Wi-Fi didn't cut out. It just gave me an error and cut the stream. So it looks like I'm going to be doing the same again. I'll stitch the streams together. This doesn't bode well if it does things like this though. So this is our 4th weekly stream, and we've managed to get to... We've had 2 of them with errors. We had the internet cut out last week, and then this week I've just had a random error from PlayStation. Jued, there are the Aoba, the Grass, and the Exeter. What do you think, guys? I wouldn't want to dismiss any of the cruisers really, because the Bodoni or Bodoini, she does have good range and she does come with radar, so she is, I'd say she's still competitive. Pensacola guns are good, so I'd still say yes, she's competitive. However, with the lack of torpedoes, she doesn't have that kind of universality that some of the others have. Leander's an interesting choice. My only issue with the Leander is because she's only got AP. It really depends how many battleships we are seeing in the ranks. If we're seeing lots and lots of battleships, then the AP on the Leander isn't optimum, and maybe that's where you might want to look at using an Exeter. Molotov, I don't know much about the Molotov, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that. I think she's just another Bedoini, really, I guess you could say. Stumpy. Hi, Stumpy. Here, but unable to chat, sorting out house moves. Ooh, fair enough. Well, I'll warn you that there may be errors. We've had one already, so fingers crossed we don't have any more. Where do those torpedoes come from and how far they got? I don't think that torpedo is going to get me. So just picking on the New Mexico. I'm thinking if we've ranked there's lots of battleships like we've had in the past couple of seasons, then we probably do want to be looking at cruisers that do have good chances to set fires, basically that have a good DPM that way. You're also going to be looking at cruisers that are survivable, so the Aoba does make sense, because she can be tough and she does come with decent torpedoes and things like that. I'm located by their destroyers, and they've got 2 destroyers here, definitely one for Buki. So we're gonna have to almost wait for them to overextend themselves. But of course I now live in a slight bit of fear that I've seen 3 battleships, 1 cruiser and 2 destroyers on the other side of Alpha, and there's not really much between me and them to stop them almost just charging around the corner all at once. Of course we've got the Genevi just sat there, so it's the Genevi that's probably located me. I don't want to charge around the corner because I just get destroyed. Their battleships are sneaking into some kind of range, so I might be able to. Oh god, everyone's turned up. Captain Saxman, I'm honestly the wrong person to ask about cruisers to use for ranked. That's fair enough. You don't see many cruisers, so it's very hard to... Oh good lord, I've done it again. If I can get in close here, then I'm going to have to force them round. Aiming high on the deck with the intention to knock out our torpedo tubes. I have got my sonar on, I have got British acceleration in my favour. I'm getting torpedo hits on the battleship. Just got to make sure that I get some movement. Why is she not firing torpedoes at me? Kirov's there. My sonar drops off. Koenig is weak. Yep, let's go. I don't want to get. I want to get around here really quick. Okay, I've got the Koenig as well. Got to get away from the New Mexico, who's firing HE, so that's good for me. Right, as long as I just get round here, then I don't have to worry too much about this. This is turning into one hell of a contest. I should be clear of the island. So what have I got left? I've got the Kirov, New Mexico, and the Gnevi. Oh, good lord. Right, we need our left flank to kind of...
Torpedoes to starboard.
Okay. HE. Spooky. Okay. Wait. Sorry guys, this is going a little bit nuts. Just really trying to concentrate on this one. Right, got to quickly angle this. And I'm backing away because I know the Kirov's torpedoes are only no, all over pens, switching to HE. I'm gonna pop that heel. I'm gonna do alternating salvos. Okay, right, no, scratch that. Are you coming around New Mexico?
Smoke screen set.
Switch to the Gnevi. Is the Gnevi going to use himself as a human shield? Right, his turrets aren't looking at me. I've got torpedoes in 30 seconds. That's not going to be enough. When you don't have torpedoes, you have to just become the torpedo. Ooh. That's 4 kills. Oh, God. Sorry about that, massively distracted. So, come on Iron Duke, you can come secure this now. I've pretty much mopped them all up. Let's see. I think you must have got one. Jured, nice. Thank you. Oh, yeah, so Exeter for ranked. Yeah, I could see Exeter being quite good for ranked. She's going to be quite a stickler to dig out. On that flank, I pretty much had to become the destroyer because I spawned in with two battleships. So it's almost just down to the rest of my team to play Hunt the Fubuki. I think the question is whether or not to put my original Tywit or original Twite smokes build on the Exeter, because with my Exeter at the moment I've got Bruce Fraser to try and maximise fire chance, but basically with my Tyrant build it's not really having the additional smoke screens I'm interested in. It's having smoke screens which are going to reload 14 seconds after the last one's finished. That's going to be the interesting one, because in ranked having Exeter with smoke screens over and over again is going to be a really powerful build. If you've got the spotting on your team, that's going to be interesting to see. So what was next? Was it Monarch? I think someone said. Oh, game's over. Do we want Monarch, or shall I have another go at the Agile and hopefully this time the I don't get an error, I guess you could say. Yeah, 4 kills, top of the team, happy with that. That was quite a stubborn defence and contesting of the objective. Made a very pretty penny, because obviously the ship service cost for tier 5 premium is dropped down to 30,000 credits, so it basically means that tier 5 and tier 6 premiums are very good for grinding out credits. Which is good, because obviously they're my favourite. Yes, Monarch please. Okay, we'll come back to the Agile in a bit maybe. I assume the reason why you're asking about the Monarch, Saxman, is because she's available for global XP. There we go. Let's see how this goes. Now I'm going to save this for ranked. Is it a name that was there? Because if some of you were here last week and you remember the almost we had that discussion where name was talking about something, we were all trying to understand what he meant. If you grind out the Helena, right, so like I've actually finished grinding out the Helena, so when the patch drops, I can purchase the Cleveland straight away. Well, here's an interesting thing. If you have ground to the Cleveland, you can boost it. So this would then enable you to complete the Cleveland XP wise by boosting it before she's even actually been released. I have no idea if this is intentional or whether this is a glitch. A name was pointed out last stream and it works. I was surprised. He sent me the screenshot. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. Well, I've got to grind my Helena out, so I've finished my Helena. And yeah, you can just boost along like I just showed you. So that's going to be something that's going to be of interest to people. So say next patch, you want to, if you say you do get the tier 6 destroyer as early access in the crate, if you grind her out to the end, you'll then be able to boost along the Le Fantastique in order to have her basically, you won't be able to buy anything, but you'll be able to have her globally XP ready basically, so you can have her fully upgraded. So if you're finding that you end up with quite a bit of global XP, but 100,000 global XP is not going to be too difficult to earn. I usually find myself doing about 20,000 a week sometimes, so if you find you got quite a bit of it, then you can just chuck it on. So that's an interesting thing there. Right, where are we? I've just missed a few. They are DD Different, Deterrent, and even Battleship Deterrent 2. Oh, in regards to cruisers and rank duet, yes, very, very much agreed. Yes and no. I was just watching you Citadel others using it. I wasn't citadeling, just deckline stuff. Uh, Saxman, that's cool. Joued, I think I will do something crazy uh, next patch. Oh, I think I will do something crazy next patch. Oh, good day name it was. We've literally just been talking about you. Your ears must be burning. Um, just talked about the boosting along the Cleveland before we even have access to her. If you fully grind out the if you fully grind out the Helena, you can boost along the Cleveland. So I was just showing that off. I'd like to say thank you, name it was, for actually pointing that out last stream and even sending in screenshots, which enabled me to then obviously test it, check it myself. I don't know if this is intentional. I don't know if it's a glitch. I know I'm repeating myself, so I'll stop now. I was going to play the Monarch. So where is she? Where is she? Is it because I clicked cruisers? Yes. So let's give this a go. So let's see how I can do in the Monarch. Kind of depends what kind of game you get with the Monarch sometimes. I mean, anything's going to be better than the Shores and the Agile game where I've started the stream with, so hopefully these will be better. So a game of domination on Crash Zone. We are looking at both of our destroyers are on the left flank. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I've got to go left. Akatsuki, Lightning, Hipper, Wichita, Snop, Ragnarok, Hood, Bismarck. So I'm the only tier 7 battleship here. I will load AP. Swing out left to our Fletcher and Mass and Colorado. That should be a decent position. See if I can get some covering fire into Alpha objective. Just try and impede the enemy. Looks like our Mass is going for Bravo. Fletcher's definitely still pushing in. Colorado is not yet here. Mass is now looping back. So just keep an eye on what's going on. I'm gonna get Monarch into a position where I should be okay. Main concern is basically what has spawned on the enemy team where. Sinop, 16-inch guns. Try and like mid belt there. Then it was, have you had a chance to hit some hippers with Battleship HE yet? Not yet, name it was. I haven't actually seen that many, ironically. It's always amusing when you want to test something, there's never anything about to test it on. However, I do have AP load, so I'm going to have to clear the barrels. Because I don't have the on second fort ability. I'm going to have to go around the back of this AFK Colorado because he's right in the way. And now the hip is no longer detected. Now I can't help the Fletcher against the Lightning because the Lightning's obviously in the way. Ah, oh, god damn it. Right. So let's see. Let's try that. Now he's slowed down. Oh god, I've got a second battleship and a destroyer here. And oh, my Colorado's finally woken up. Good lord. I don't like this already. With the Let's see, I'm just trying to work out which ones it is. It's one of the hoods. I'm gonna have to. I can't. It's annoying. Yeah, it is one of the hoods. Go around that way. Snop's going around that way. Right, I'm gonna switch guns that way. I don't want to push an enemy battleship which has a destroyer escort, because it's just going to be a quick way back to the port, basically, because they're going to be able to torpedo me at their own engagement. The Hipper's gone, so lightning's definitely come out of the Fletcher smokescreen. And then it was, I had a game in Atlanta where I was the person to carry the team back to a close victory, but could not carry hard enough. Ooh. Well, this is the thing, this is why I'm not looking forward to ranked, because it's going to be interesting what the split of the teams are going to be like, because some patches it can feel like you carry quite heavy. Just testing. I want to see what Hood's deck armor's like. Yeah. So even though the Hood's actually bow on, what I did there was I aimed at the deck level, because she's lengthways, and I know the Hood's armored deck is actually quite thin, so I managed to get 8,500 damage out of that. So I'm going to try again. So what I do is I aim for the top of this second turret, I guess you could say. Only 1,000 damage there. Got one overpen, which should be through the superstructure. Synop's trying to bow tank. Yeah, you can see that by his position. Let's see if we get anything there. And it was. I've sent the replay, but it's a defeat. But it was hard-fought battle. Okay. Well, I'm planning to go through amateur report stuff this weekend. So I'll check them all out then. If anyone else has any submissions for amateur reports, then the email address should be down below. I hope, if I've rigged this out right. If not, you know where to find our email address. Let's try this and see. If not, I'm gonna have to switch to HE next, I think. 11,000 damage. So even though the Hood's angled, that was all going onto the deck there. It's all about knowing your ships. Oh, good lord, the Colorado's gone. I'm next, aren't I? Okay, let's see. I'm going to swish out, get some high explosives onto the Snot, and see if I can set a fire, which might then get him to activate his damage con. Yeah, he damage con that straight away, so I'm going to have to see if I can set another fire. But I've got to bear in mind that the the Russian battleship damage control party is very efficient. Now, if they just waited a little bit longer, they could have got me broadside. There we go. Right, so the Snop's going to burn for a while, so I'm going to switch to the Hood. Just going to start swinging it out now. Then I'm going to stop the rudder there, fire it, and then start the counter rudder straight away. I'm trying to not have myself exposed too long against the enemies. Right, is Hood going to damage con that? Yeah, she damage con that. Okay, so I'm going to set another fire on the Hood. And is the Snop's still burning? That's good. So I'm going to start again, slowly kick the rudder out, stop once you've got your second turret on target, because then your rudder will continue to kick around until you get the third turret on, and then you can start getting the rudder going the other way, then you get yourself angled again. There we go, so now Hood's burning. Let's see, Snop, are you still burning? You're still burning too. Hood's gonna burn longer. Yep, Snop's put his fire out, so again, just gonna start swishing it out. I'm seeing the hood going broadside now, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure I load AP after this volley. Switch to that. And then it was spoiled with choice because I've already sent a free great replay. Tashkent, if you have it. Oh, is that a request for a ship next? Tashkent. Yeah, no, I've got quite a few replays. I've got a couple from Name It Was. I've got a couple from Saxman. If anyone else has any more, then feel free to send them in because I can then. It gives me choice, I guess you could say. Allows me to pick and choose. Oh, Jesus Christ, 26,000. Hood, you shouldn't have gone broadside. So that's the thing that I talk about with British AP. You're not going for citadels. You're going for deck level. And now the Snop's going broadside on. So it's... Let's see whether we can repeat that again. Now, let's go for that. Swish it back out. Oh, the Snop slowed down there. I am going to activate the repair party. Sorry, this is going to be the last try. If this one crashes, then I'll have to call it a night, I think. Because it's not fair if it keeps cutting out like this.
Battleship.
Right. I'm out of the game for the rest of this, basically. This is getting most irritating. I am very sorry. So this is going to be the last attempt. If the PlayStation Network cuts the broadcast again, then I'm going to call it because it's not fair. Because at the moment I've got 3 streams to stitch together. I haven't even made an hour and it's cut out twice. This is... Fingers crossed, well, fingers crossed when I get a capture card I can try and work this into a different way. Well, 6 of you managed to jump over. Again, I'd like to just apologise to everyone because Sony broadcasting system just does not want to seem to work tonight. We've cut out... How long has each stream been so far before it's cut out? Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gab Major, and this is just a sorry basically to everyone who turned up to the Friday stream, the live stream. It seemed to keep getting repeated errors, so I've had to call it short. I have taken what streams did happen down. I will stitch them together and probably stitch this onto the end or the beginning of it, or maybe even splice this in half. might even do separate intros. But basically, I'd like to say I'm sorry about the issues that have happened tonight. I don't know exactly what the issues are, whether it's the PlayStation Network, whether it's the communication between the PlayStation Network and YouTube, whether my internet's on the blink as well. It could be a multitude of things. I'm not exactly sure if I can even remedy any of them, because I kept getting error broadcast ended, and it would just cut basically the live stream there and then, no warning or anything. And then while I've been recording this message, I've already had to. Well, this is the second attempt because the internet then decided to cut out. So whether there's a general issue in the UK, or whether it's local, or whether it's software related PlayStation Network, I'm not completely sure. But I'd like to apologise for the issues that we've had today. I might see if I can do a compensation stream, I guess you could say, over the weekend, but we'll have to wait and see. If not, fingers crossed these issues are all resolved for next week, and the idea would be to obviously try and keep doing live streams on Fridays. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone who did turn up as well. It was nice to have you there, and thank you for putting up with it. It was pretty bad. I mean, we cut out about 3 times in an hour, so rather than giving you a 2-hour live stream, I've kind of given you like 3 tiny little biscuits of a live stream and then had to call it there. So I do feel bad about that. Well, again, thank you guys. Fingers crossed it's better next week. Until next time, I'm the Gaffer Major, and back to the port.